Hi guys, I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to solve two-step equations. You should be writing this down somewhere, whether it's in a notebook or a piece of paper, just to kind of help you through. So when we're doing two-step equations, we're going to focus on using inverse operations, which I'm sure you've heard of before. So for instance, the inverse of addition is subtraction. The inverse of division is multiplication. So I'm going to set up a problem here for you. This will be one of the easier ones that you'll see. So again, make sure that you're writing this down. So let's say we have 2x minus 3 equals 13. So what we're going to do here is we have two operations going on here. We have this minus 3, and then we also have this 2 times x. Whenever you see 2x, that means it's just 2 times x. So the inverse operation we're going to do is get rid of this 3 first. But if we get rid of it, we have to do the inverse operation, which would be to add 3. We're going to have to also do that on the other side of the equal sign. Sometimes people like to draw a line down from the equal sign so they know it's on two different sides. So we have that. So my 3's cancel, which is what we want. But I'm still utilizing the 3 by putting it on the other side of the equal sign. So then I just bring my 2x down, bring down my equal sign, and 13 plus 3 is 16. So I now have my second operation that I'm going to do, and I'm multiplying 2 times x at the moment. So in order to undo that, I need to divide by 2 here. And again, I'm going to do it on my other side. So I'm going to divide by 2 here. So once I have that, I'm going to cancel out my 2's. Those inverse operations cancels that out for you. So I am left with an x, an equal sign, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. So that's going to be one of the easier ones that you're going to see. I'm going to show you two more that you will probably see, and just want to kind of go through those with you. And again, make sure you're writing those down as well. So you may see something like this, x over 2 plus 5, and let's say that equals 20. So here, notice we have a plus 5, that's one operation. We also have an x divided by 2, so that's our next operation. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to get rid of this 5 over here. And again, if you want to draw your line to divide it, you're more than welcome to do that. So we have now gotten rid of the 5 on this side because an inverse operation helps us move it and get rid of it on one side to put on the other. I bring down my x over 2. I bring down my equal sign, and 20 minus 5 is 15. Notice here our last operation is x divided by 2. That fraction bar right here means division. So I'm going to again use the inverse operation, which would be to multiply by 2 on both sides. When you use that inverse, it cancels out what you're looking for. And I now have my x, my equal sign, and 15 times 2 is 30. So my answer is 30. The last one I'm going to show you looks a little different, and we kind of solve it differently than we've seen before. So say I have x minus 3, and all of that is going to be over 4. And I'm going to set that equal to 10. So notice this looks a little bit different. Usually we add or subtract first. Unfortunately, this time we have this large division sign that's kind of stopping us from doing that first. So on something like this, you are actually going to do your inverse of division first. So that's something that's going to look a little different. And the majority of the time, you will add or subtract first. But this time, since this bar is blocking our entire expression, we're going to multiply by 4 first on that side and on this side. So doing that inverse cancels out what we're trying to get rid of. We then bring down the rest of the red, so x minus 3, bring down our equal sign, and 10 times 4 is 40. So we then go ahead and do our inverse here. We add 3 on that side, add 3 on this side, and then we have done the inverse here, which cancels it out. We have x. Oh, I forgot to put the plus sign here. My apologies. So that is a plus 3, not a minus. All right, so we added 3 on both sides, equals, and 40 plus 3 is 43. So that's it for two-step equations. Again, make sure you have that written down, and then make sure you check for any practice you need to do after that. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.